students. In today's class, I would talk about performance dashboard. What is what is a dashboard? Basically, a dashboard is a tool that provides a centralized, interactive means of monitoring, measuring, and analyzing and extracting relevant business insights from different data sets in key areas which are displayed information in interactive, intuitive, and visual way. What do I mean by that? Let me give an example before I proceed with this topic. Yeah, for example, we have elections. Okay, the elections results. We have, say, our central parliament as election, and then we have this 5 or 6 state elections that are held on the same in the same month or same date, whatever. So that when the results are out, so what happens is there are in each and every news channel we have different dashboards. One channel says that they show that okay, 2/3 majority has been reached or not. They show they give different type of graphs. They show that okay, this was the political scenario in the last previous election, and now it has changed. So the colors they depict the parties by certain colors, and then they show that okay. So what happens is it becomes very easy for people to by seeing the picture, by seeing the graph, people will be able to analyze okay whether the certain party has crossed 50% of seats or not. So why do they do that? That makes it easy and presentable. Where do we use it? A data dashboard is like it is in essence. What does a dashboard mean? They offer users a comprehensive overview of the say company's various internal departments, goal, intuitive processes and projects. They are measured through key performance indicators like we have KPIs. So what are the different types of dashboards and what is the purpose of a dashboard? As mentioned earlier, a dashboard has an ability to answer a host of business related questions based on your specific goals, aims and strategies. By taking the raw data from number of sources and consolidating it before it is presented to the before it is presenting it, they tailor it, they customize it, they customize the dashboard. What do we mean by customizing? For example, I don't like to see, for example, I want to know what is the total score of the entire class. Then I want to see the score of, the marks scored by people in one particular area. And then we have this so one particular subject. So I want to see the subject wise marks. I want to see whether section A of a class and section B of the class has who has scored more. I want to see. I can have a section wise view. I can have a gender wise view just to see like how many boys have scored well in certain subject and how many girls have scored well in certain subject. So dashboards are basically like there are different views to the dashboard. So management has got say management KPI dashboard. Let me start with different types of dashboards. There are few of these dashboards that are like management KPI dashboard. What happens is, what do I mean by management KPI dashboard? This is like a management whenever a management has to make any decision. For example, if a company is making a certain product and it has got a huge product line and they want to know like the key performance, they want to know their key KPIs, they want to know their key performance key performance indicators. They want to know the key performance indicators. So what do they do? They just have a look at the management KPI dashboard. So what happens is number of customers compared to the targets. We get an average revenue per customer. We check. We can have a view from the KPI point of view. We can have a like how many customer acquisitions have, what's the cost, what is the gross revenue, target revenue, what was the revenue last year. All these things are shown in the form of graphs. So these graphs can be customized also. They can have a different graph. Then they coming to the next point, that is sales cycle length dashboard. What do we mean by sales cycle length? This sales dashboard shows the sales managers like his vision. So the dashboard example breaks in the dashboard breaks down into how long the customer is taking to move into the funnel. For example, we have say a huge project of say printers, or we have security cameras to be installed. So what happens is these companies like technical companies, like for example we have technical giants like IBM, Wipro and all these companies. So what do? They have a sales pipeline. So how do they do that? How did they use dashboards to manage their sales pipeline? They have a huge product line. So then they break the product line and they basically classify it into sales and services. For services, they say that okay, this particular client, one particular client, like for example IBM. Let us take an example of say IBM. They have many projects, huge projects, and so if how do they interact? I mean, how do companies interact? It's not like all of a sudden they just go and they start all the sales representative from one company, they just bombard the other company. It's not like that. What happens is a person from one company, he approaches the other company, okay, and he makes an entry in the sales pipeline. So for example, if company A, say IBM, is about to give a service to say company B, that is say Bharti Airtel. So what happens is Bharti Airtel will IBM guy, the person who first visited Bharti Airtel will make an entry. He'll say that okay, Bharti Airtel, I have initiated it. So because once the Bharti Airtel's name is written in the IBM records, so what happens is the person is the other sales people will not visit Bharti Airtel. It's like for this project, it's already assigned to a certain sales representative. So unless and until he completes his entire sales pitch, the other person will not bombard the other company with again with the representatives, again with, for example, we usually get a call from say these banks. They say that you want a loan, then after 5 minutes again you get a call that you want a loan from the same bank. So that scenario doesn't happen if they have a proper tracking methodology. Then once it is tracked, then gradually the sale is moved from stages to stages. There are certain stages, like there is like the first stages, they have a discussion, and then they sit, and then they send their data to each other. Then they visualize like the project. Then they calculate the number of days it takes to complete the project. So all these things are captured in form of sales cycle length dashboard. Okay, got it? Now coming to the third point, that is procurement data analytics. Procurement is a strategic function that connects the needs of companies. For example, there are many companies which sell automobile parts. They procure parts from various locations. It's a huge industry. Procurement is a huge industry. So what happens if people start procuring products? They have to store it. So in order to track the supplier management um, in an efficient way, they manage it using a procurement data analytics dashboard. Then we have the fourth type of dashboard, that is web analytics dashboard. If you use a digital marketing in your business, if you, the marketing dashboard, like you will come across the web analytics dashboard. So what happens is, how many people have visited a website, how many pages are they looking at, how long did they stay on the website. For example, we have, say, these Amazon, Flipkart and all these things. So what do they do? I mean, not only this is Amazon, Flipkart, we can talk about any website on which people visit. So to analyze the time spent by people on one website is done using web analytics. How do they catch that? For example, if I go and watch, if I go and search for some loan in some bank, then the other bank, advertisements for other banks also start coming up. So how do that happen? That happens through cookies. And web analytics is one of the tools that is used to capture the number and capture the way the way people are behaving on web. So they capture the time they spent on each website and the time they spent on, say, different pages of the website. So how frequently are they visiting the website? All these things are captured in the web analytics dashboard. Then we have human resource data dashboard. So what do we mean by human resource data dashboard? It is like one of the most popular software solutions these days, the HRIS. What do I mean by HRIS? That is human resource information system. So in order to hire a right candidate, human resource professionals, they struggle with the hiring process. So in order to ease it out, these ways we have this, like we have a process. Say a certain number of people have crossed the first phase of interview, and then they get a second phase of interview. How many people are stuck with the first phase? If there is a huge demand for a certain job, and if there are so many people applying, lakhs and lakhs of people apply for say, if there are 100 or 500 jobs, so how do they manage that data? Once they get that human resource data, they convert the data into a key performance indicator kind of board, and then they have a look at it, and they say that, okay, these many people have applied for this job, and then they make sure that the right candidate is hired based on the dashboards. So what do you think a company looks at when they are recruiting and they are making dashboards? So they'll make a dashboard out of their qualification, the people who have applied, their qualification, their experience, their, based on all these criteria, dashboards are designed, and then the managers or the leadership sits, and then they analyze those dashboards, and then they present the data. Now coming to the sixth point, that is manufacturing production data. So manufacturing, why do we need dashboard in manufacturing? Suppose in order to manage raw material, so for example, a company is into manufacturing, say, bikes. So what do? They have to manufacture tires, they have to manufacture handles, engines, different parts, and these parts don't come from one location, they come from varied locations. So in order to manufacture a product, there are so many small other products involved. So those things can be tracked. We can have a look at the dashboard manufacturing dashboard, by just by having a look at the manufacturing dashboard, we'll be able to say that okay, we are the we will be able to say that the exact stage at which the the product, the main manufacturing of the main product is standing. For example, if we have say production of 100,000 bikes, out of which if we say that out of which the 500 bikes are waiting for the tires, 200 bikes are waiting for the painters. So based on all these things, the manufacturing process can be tracked and the dashboard can be produced. Then we have this IT data analytics dashboard. IT data analytics dashboard means like extreme value. It's especially for in terms of technology. So why do they use it? So for example, why do people use IT data analytics? So say we have a huge network, and how many what are, if there is a company like AWS or Google which is into sales of web space. So how do they analyze? Say what is AWS and what is Amazon? I'm just going off topic for 1 minute and I'll be back to the topic just to explain you what exactly we mean by IT data analytics. So there are so many platforms, there are so many forums these days. We have AWS, we have Amazon, we have Google. These are the three giants which are into the main market of selling. They are in the main market of selling. So these companies which are into sales of web space, they analyze, like they buy a huge space, then they break that space into smaller parts and then they sell it to the companies. So they do an analysis of how much space is required by each of the companies and all that. Then let me go by another example of IT data analytics. If we have say a major manufacturer of any computers, I mean a company that is into manufacturing of computers or into any peripherals like printers or say cameras or something. So what happens is, whenever a service goes down, so for example, let us take a local example of a company that is into the business of supplying internet. So what happens is, whenever a site goes down, if there are any glitches in the web, and if customers are not able to view, if they're not getting the proper data that was promised to them, they create a ticket. So in order to manage these tickets, we have many softwares like ServiceNow. There are so many softwares. So what do they do? These softwares are basically a ticket tracking process. Why do they track the process? Why do they track a ticket? Because if, for example, there are thousands of people who are making calls, and then they say that one of my either my say my keyboard is not working, based on their complaint, the IT companies, they categorize their complaints and then they create a ticket, and then they give a ticket number, and once they try to ensure that the customers are addressed in the least possible time. So what do they do? In order to manage these tickets, they have a IT data dashboard. So for example, a company which is into manufacturing computers, they say that okay, we had received 3000 tickets, out of which 2000 tickets were resolved within 15 minutes, and say 500 tickets were major and they were resolved in 24 hours time, and we had like 2 or 3 tickets which were handled in say 1 week or so. So in order to maintain all these things, all the data is presented in form of an IT data analytics dashboard. Now coming to the logistic transportation database and dashboard. So what do we mean by logistic dashboard? This logistic dashboards make it easy to adjust the fleet performance. What do we mean by fleet? Say we have many apps these days like Ola, Uber. We have logistics. Uh, mm, we have many apps for transportation logistics like um, Porter. So what are these apps, and why do they get data, from where do they get data? So these apps are like, for example, I we have for example, we want to a company A wants to send a product to different parts of a city. So they do not want to have their own transportation mode. They just want to hire so, some outsourced company, and then they want to transport the product. So in order to track the logistic companies, they have their own dashboards in order to minimize the time taken to transfer, and in order to improve their quality, like when did they get the when was the say the minibus mini truck loaded, and what time did it I mean how many hours did it complete, how many kilometers, the speed, the quality of service provided. All these things are tracked using logistic transportation dashboard. For example, in our postal system, whenever we mail a certain, if there is something important, we can track the where exactly are. For example, if I am sending a letter to a friend in US, okay, so I send it through, say, FedEx. What do? I send it through FedEx, and then FedEx gives me a number. Okay. Similarly, FedEx gives numbers to thousand people, lakhs and lakhs of people. So what do? They just keep a track of using that number. They track. Okay, today the product is in. I mean, the letter or whatever parcel I sent, it is in Hyderabad. Now it has reached Bombay. Now it has started flying to US. Now it has reached California. Now it has reached my friend's place. So how do they do that? That is called logistic transportation. And how do these companies manage that? They use different dashboards to have a look at the, just by having a look at the dashboard, they'll come to know that okay, these many number of parcels left from Hyderabad to Chicago, these many parcels left from Hyderabad to, say, Dubai. So based on that, the key managers and the leadership will be able to make decisions. We have cash management dashboards. Cash management is one of the it might look very easy for people to manage cash, but it is not that easy. So they have these dashboards. Like, for example, if we have people who are into banking industry, they know how difficult it is to manage cash. So cash management dashboards are used to manage the financial these are basically kind of financial dashboards. So in order to make the most or best use of the financial activity, these cash management dashboards are used. Like how much cash is into, say, in the format of an FD, how much cash is in different saving accounts, how many, and how much cash is in the what you can say, lying with different people in. So all these things is used using cash. All these things are managed using cash management dashboard. Now we have retail data dashboard. So what do we mean by retail? We have so many retail stores. Okay, let me give an example of a retail store. Say we have so many stores that are into that sell clothes, branded clothes. So in order to keep a track of all the designs in different stores, it's not that easy to maintain a track. So how do they do that? They maintain a dashboard, they maintain a retail data dashboard, and then they maintain it. Salesforce data analytics dashboard is like Salesforce is again how much sale was done, and that is Salesforce is basically one of a company these days. It's into managing dashboards, basically sales dashboards. So Salesforce reports are very famous for their maintaining their accurate data. So they just track sales, and then we have these hospital KPI dashboards. How many patients have come, how many patients got cured, what was the disease, and all these things can be. The leadership in the hospital just can have a look at it just by having a look at the dashboard. Then we have employee performance dashboard. How many employees have performed outstanding, how many are working below. I mean, how many people have just by having a look at the dashboard, they'll come to another look at these number of people have to be removed because they have got performance issues and all. So these are the different types of dashboards. And now coming to the next point, that is why and what are the benefits of having a dashboard. As I have told that these are customizable. What do we mean by customizing? For example, let us say you have a sales data from a past quarter, okay, in your worksheet, and when you go through that data, you will have a look at the information, and then you using the sales report, you create a dashboard. Okay, you create one layout, and then once you create one layout, and then say you create a regional layout. Okay, we are talking about data pertaining to sales of a company. Once we have this regional sales done in one particular region, then we can similarly break it into city wise. Okay, then we can say the same data we can go by product wise. So these are customizable based on our needs. We can just keep changing, and these are interactive. Interactive is we can drag and drop, and then we can make these reports are quite interactive. We can just keep dragging and dropping the parameters, like for example sales. We can say we can have a look at say we can have a look at the data from the sales point of view, and then we can have different how many designs were sold, which design is most popular, and these are like very interactive. We just by dragging and dropping we will come to know the different things. These are real time monitoring because these data the sales data is a real data, and we can just by running a KPI, we just by having a look at the dashboard will know the real time scenario. We have data in one place, because if we have data from different places, it's not that easy to manage it. Because of in order to make a performance dashboard, we have data in one place, and that data serves as a raw data for the entire dashboard. So and we have these reports are quite intuitive. Everyone is on the same page. For example, if we have a look at the dashboard, me, my manager, my manager's manager, and the entire leadership, from the leadership till the last person in the organization, everybody will have access to the same data. Nobody can say that the leadership has got access to some data and the person who is into production has got access to some other data. Because if we have a performance dashboard, that is like everything is crystal clear, very much clear, so each and everybody can have look at the dashboard, and they can say that the company is performing well or not, because it's not like that because just because of having the same, because everybody is on the same page, there is a lot of transparency, then they can focus, they can have a goal, and then they can focus on that goal. Because of dashboard makes it easy to explain the goals. And then we have multitask, we have predictive. What do you mean by predictive? Predictive is, for example, the sales of a company was 2 million last year, so next year, based on the different factors, different parameters, the company is expecting a sales of 3 million. So how do they do that? They do that based on the predictive analysis. They just draw a graph, then they extend it based on the parameters. For example, say the GDP of the country. So they correlate. If GDP increases, the sales increases. If GDP goes down, the sales goes down. So based on that, then they predict. So there are so many parameters based on which the sales prediction is done, and those predictions are presented in form of a performance dashboard. And tell stories. What do I mean by telling stories? It's not like telling stories. Stories like these days we have so many softwares which are used to tell stories, success stories or whatever. We call it a story because this term story is used in Tableau, I think. So why do they tell it? What is a story? Story is like how a product got into development mode, and there are different stories to attach to a dashboard. If it like for example, let me give you an example of say a person who is into an organization which is into manufacturing computers. So then the story is like, it's basically a dashboard, but that's a detailed dashboard. So we can say that okay, this part came from this place to this place, it took so much of time, then so this is the entire story. So that's captured in one single performance dashboard. So these are the benefits of dashboards. By having a dashboard, we'll be able to perform these 10 activities. Okay, with this I come to the end of this session. Thank you.